for coming in, Mr. Wickham.
I knew this identity parade would be a waste of time. I apologise for not getting back to you sooner with the addresses for you to check out. The perils of no longer having a secretary. Would later today be acceptable?
As soon as possible, please, and we'll need to have your fingerprints taken.
We'll also need your ex-wife's details.
What on earth for?
This procedure. If you care to accompany me back to the incident room, we can make it as fast as convenient as possible.
I'll do it now. Don't have time to waste here.
Right, neither Mrs. Jenkins or Lisa Halstead were 100% certain it was Wickham.
And no result on the voice analysis for the Reynolds tape yet.
We've got the surveillance team up and running on Wickham's place now.
We've got a search warrant.
Has that alibi been checked out yet?
Not yet, sir. We're still calling around, but so far it's positive. Is DCI Langton in? Yes, ma'am. He's in his office. Coffee, please. Have these two. I'll get a refill. Right, thanks. Was she, isn't she? Mm-hmm.
He's got an alibi for Louise Penn's murder. Not one of your eyewitnesses could identify him.
I know he's the killer, Jane. I will get him.
You need evidence.
Barbara. The commander in Langton. You know, you'd be surprised what he'd do for a phone tap. Never mind round-the-clock surveillance and 6 extra officers.
Intuition isn't good enough, James. You need evidence.
Yeah.
Look, this is a bit unethical.
Yeah, well, we can work around it.
I meant giving you this. It's Wickham's ex-wife and her early career.
I love you.
Of course you do. James, nail the son of a bitch.
Put the coffee on, there's been a development. Emily rang Justine late last night. First they talked about contacting the mother, maybe why she'd arrived suddenly from Milan. And Justine asked Emily if she told us anything, and Emily got hysterical. Oh, some toast.
You want anything on your toast?
No. So Emily is getting more and more distressed. Oh, Mama, have some of that. And then she goes on to say that she wished she'd gone through with it and made him pay for what he did to her. And Justine, she's still trying to calm her sister down, says that's why she protected her, because he constantly tried to do the same to her.
Do what to her?
Best bit. Emily starts yelling, saying it was her he did the abortion to.
What? He operated on his own daughter? Wait, unless it was the brother.
The father's the surgeon, Travis.
Black Dahlia suspect was taken to court by his own daughter, accusing him of rape.
Yes, that's why I want you privy to all of this. His ex-wife stood by him and all charges were dropped. And as we're about to meet the ex-Mrs. Wickham, it could be useful. So, go and get dressed. Leave in 10 minutes.
It's not even 8. Did you not get home last night?
Do you know how much it is for 10 ruddy minutes? Travis.
Mrs. Wickham will be with you shortly. She was not expecting you until later on this morning. May I offer you coffee?
No thanks.
Hey! You're not allowed into my flat.
I'm afraid you have no option, Miss Wickham.
Now get out of my way!
Yes. Travis. Would you please take a look at these photographs? Do you recognize either of these girls?
Nope.
Remarkably close resemblance. It was compiled by witnesses who saw the man with both victims. Your husband was a surgeon, is that right?
Ex-husband. We're divorced.
Can you confirm that Justine was in Milan on June 15th?
Yes, she was. They come and stay with me as often as possible.
They don't stay at the hall with their father.
No.
No, they don't get along. He can be very strict. And you know, girls will be girls.
What about your stepson?
Edward? He's a very sweet boy. Very much under his father's thumb.
And you're telling me about his wife? She committed suicide?
Yes. It was very sad. She suffered from depression.
Were you ever questioned during a police inquiry regarding your youngest daughter?
I'm sorry?
Emily made an allegation against her father, your ex-husband, for alleged rape.
No, that was very wretched and not true. There were never any charges. Emily is highly strung. She has a very vivid imagination.
So, the operation,
What operation?
the abortion.
She's making up stories.
Is it possible that your ex-husband could have terminated Emily's pregnancy without your knowledge?
There was no pregnancy.
You received a phone call that named your ex-husband as the killer of those two women, and it's possible that the call came from your daughter, Emily.
I think that perhaps you should speak to me through a solicitor.
Excuse me. May I use your bathroom?
Yes, on the left down the hall.
Excuse me. I know you were listening.
I know why you are here. Is Emily ill again? Poor child.
What's that?
If she sees me give you anything, she will kill me. Don't let her see it, please. Wait until you go.
I promise. Thank you.
So, your ex-husband, how much is he paying you?
My divorce settlement is my business. Now I insist you leave. Both of you.
Yeah, but you expect to be paid a lot for being such an admirable and caring ex-wife.
That's enough.
One more thing. Before you were married, what did you do for a living?
What does that have to do with anything?
It's just that you lie so beautifully, I wanted to hear what you'd say.
First you insinuate things about my family, and then you accuse me of lying.
You were an exotic dancer. Right? Not only that, but you have a police record in Marseille. Did Charles hire you? I know he has a predilection for prostitutes, and I also suspect he couldn't keep his hands off his own daughter.
Get out! Get out!
With another 20 minutes. What?
Maybe if I'd been aware of all the facts, I could have had some input.
She was just a whore, Travis.
Exotic dancer, who's your source?
Oh, you'd be surprised what Commander Lee can do. What are you doing?
You'd be surprised at what I can do. It's from the main.
Jesus Christ. Pull over. Edward and Dominique. Happy families. Justine. And Daddy, too.
I bloody said there was something wrong last time I had him out. Why can't you do a simple thing like get the vet to him? He's lame now, much worse than he was, and that's down to your stupidity. Why can't you just do as I tell you?
I have to go and collect Gail.
Well, why can't she get a car to get herself home? She's a bloody liability. What she needs is therapy, not a few weeks in a health spa. You keep her in line, Edward. You give her too much reason to do. She has to be controlled.
We've been listening in to Wickenham's calls, but I think he's onto us. This just came in.
I need to talk to you, Charles. Spit out my mouth. Police were asking me a lot of questions.
Give me a minute, I'll call you back. Not on the landline.
Heaven sakes, why not?
I can't talk to you at the house.
That's it.
Didn't take long, did it? Barbara, can you get me a chicken and cheese toasty, no tomatoes, and some...
Right, well, I'll listen to it on the way. God, what happened to you?
I got in the way of Justine Wickenham's riding crop.
Refuse to speak to them from now on. Otherwise terrible things will happen.
After what he did to me, there's nothing anyone can do that would be worse.
Hey! You will not say my sister, do you hear?
Stop! There! Stop!
help me! What do I do? What do I do?
It's Emily. I've had Justine on the phone.
What's the silly cat done now?
Tried to kill herself.
Get her back in the clinic. Stupid bitch making up stories about me.
Dad, I don't know how much more of this I can take. Justine said that they were searching the stables.
So what? They'll come here next. They have nothing. Do you hear nothing? Don't make me angry, son. Please don't. Edward. Tell Emily I love her.
Shall I?
Just. She slipped both her wrists. She's heavily sedated.
What happened to you?
It's fine. It's Justine. She didn't want me to see her. She's in with Emily now.
I hope you're satisfied. You know what you'll do to her now? Have her sectioned again.
Who are you, Father?
Who do you think? And I forbid allowing anyone in to see her. Especially you.
This call's just coming from Edward to his girlfriend Gail Harrington.
Darling, there's a change of plan. I have something to do for my father.
I knew what time I was leaving. I'm all packed and waiting. Wait, that's the woman that called the station. Do whatever he needs to. Joan, isn't that her? Makes you run around.
You should have taken that first bloody call, Joan.
I have to go. The car's on its way. Well, what can I do for you?
We just want a few words with you and your girlfriend.
She's upstairs resting. But I prefer it if you came back, actually. Gail's not been well. She's very frail.
Well, DC Travis will go and talk to her and save her the trouble of coming down.
But you were here before. My father talked to you.
And now I want to talk to you. You have a close relationship with your stepmother. I would say it was a lot closer than could be considered normal.
Gail? Hello, I'm DC Travis.
Why do you want to see me?
I think you know.
No, I don't.
Are you a model?
Yes. Just sorting out the best pictures in my portfolio.
May I?
Please.
Can I have a look?
Of course.
You're very beautiful.
Thank you. That was the cover of a magazine.
See, I recognize your voice. I'm the officer you spoke to when you called the incident room.
You must be mistaken. I've never spoken to you.
Gail, what's happened to your face?
Nothing. It's not what you think. I fell over.
Do you recognize either of these girls?
No. I make things up. My doctor will tell you.
Look at the photograph of this young woman. Her name is Sharon Bilkin. She was a model too. She was murdered, Gail.
I don't know her. I don't know anything.
This is Sharon in the photograph with you, Gail. This is Sharon Bilkin, the girl that was murdered. This is her. You're lying to me. You know her. Okay.
You can't force me to implicate myself.
Don't protect him. If he killed these two girls. About Emily's termination, was it your child or your father's that was aborted?
I can't take any more of this.
Then stop it. Tell us what you know.
Please. Please, you don't know what he's capable of.
But you do, don't you? Capable of slicing a girl's body in two, draining her blood, subjecting her to hours of torture. Look at the photograph. Let's go. Travis! Detective Travis would like to talk to your housekeeper, if that's all right.
Why?
Just to corroborate a few things.
No, thank you. I remember the way.
Mind if we sit down?
Do you mind if I stand?
Mrs. Hedges. Mrs. Hedges.
So sorry, dear. I didn't hear you. I'm a bit deaf in this ear. Oh, would you like a cup of tea?
Oh, no, thank you. May I?
The trade. I don't use silver polish. Just water and a drop of vinegar. Amazing the shine you get.
That looks lovely. Does Mr. Wickham entertain a lot?
Well, he used to. When Mrs. W was about the second one, she was a right party creature.
Did you meet a lot of the guests?
Emily calls me Nana.
Emily just attempted suicide. She has done so before, apparently.
I used to hear her crying. I should have gone to her when I knew what was going on.
Do you recognize anyone in these photographs? I believe they were taken here.
Yes, we do have fun here sometimes. But what happens in the privacy of one's own home is limiting.
We have a witness who says Louise Pennell was here the weekend before her murder. And Sharon Bilkin, you're your son's fiancée. Her body was found in a field nearby.
Not one of mine, I hope. Excuse me.
You ever heard of the case of the Black Dahlia, Mr.
Black Dahlia? No, I don't think I've heard of her. Should I have?
You make any headway?
Oh, well, she's been very protective over the family until I pushed the right button.
Which button?
Emily Wickham.
Been over at the stables.
Oh, for to see the bloody horses.
No. The stable boy, Walter, who wasn't here when we interviewed the other lads, he reckons he did see Louise Pennell here on June the 13th.
The day after she disappeared. Missing for 3 days. Found on a Monday. I could kiss you, Paul.
That's all I need.
Check out the barn, the cottage, the stables, the paddock, and the chapel, and also check the surrounding gardens and the outhouses. Get moving! Charles Henry Wickham. I'm arresting you on suspicion of the murders of Louise Pennell and Sharon Bilkin.
Look at the plans for this place. So, part 16th century, extended in the late 19th century. There are 4 priest holes, one in the fireplace.
You'll find another one by the window in my study.
Thanks for your cooperation.
This is all rather costly, isn't it? In more ways than one.
Being put away for the rest of your life.
Really, will you pass me that pencil over there so I can get on with my crossword? The one with the eraser on the end. I should also like to speak to my son.
He's being held at the station, helping with our inquiry.
Tell Mrs.
I
Hayden.
have to search your room.
Oh, that's all right, dear. He had her locked up again, didn't he?
We've come up empty-handed at the cottage.
Well, it's not looking good, and that bastard knows I'm asking about lunch.
Oh, we've organised lunch at the pub for
Well,
everyone.
just keep
Some
going,
berries,
Paul.
Some sandwiches.
Forensics have just confirmed they found fibres in the back of the Land Rover. They're matching them with Louise's coat.
opening up a manhole there.
It's dark. It's very dark.
Can we get some torches here?
Maybe we just got lucky.
Take this, will you?
He's gone. Wickham's gone.
Well, he can't have gone far. We've got the bloody place surrounded. How the hell did he get to do this to you?
Blood, hair, skin, clog in the drains. A lot of blood traces down there.
Yeah, we've still got no trace of Wickenham. How could he just disappear with all those officers out there? We've checked by the gates, the stables, the paddock. Nobody's seen him.
Unless he was wearing one of these.
How could he get it on, Paul? He was bloody handcuffed!
Still front page and in every paper. Gail, you've lied. You said that you never met Sharon Bilkin before. The girl in this photograph is Sharon. You can't deny it. We've contacted the agency and they've verified that you work together.
I was having my hair done. I honestly didn't recognise her. She came up to me as I was paying. She asked how I was. I told her I was engaged. She looked at my ring and then we walked out together. Charles was waiting for me. She seemed to know him.
Did Sharon return to the hall with you?
But I never saw her again.
So you never saw her again, but what? You drove all the way back to Mayling Hall with him and...
She sat in the front seat beside him.
Such a coincidence, isn't it? I mean, me meeting up with Gail and then Louise. I remember you used to call for her, didn't you? I'm right, aren't I? Was you?
I met her when I was looking for a secretary. I needed someone willing to travel abroad. I have a house in the south of France and an apartment in Milan. And at first I thought she would be suitable. Obviously, it was all the social side.
I can type.
Can you? She wasn't really sophisticated enough. It was very disappointing. Hope she wasn't too upset.
Well, she's dead. She was murdered. The police were asking me about the man she was seeing, which is you, but I never really met you, so...
Now that you have, you can see why. Poor Louise didn't get the post. Tell me about her murder.
My client will answer your questions. However, he wishes to make it clear that he played no part in the murder of these two young women.
Yeah, and we know he's lying through his teeth. We found fibres from Louise Pennell's coat in your car, Mr. Wickenham. The same coat that was found covering Sharon Bilkin's body.
Edward?
My father asked if I would help.
He said he'd been having sex with her and she'd suffocated. He said it was an accident. He wanted me to move the body, leave it somewhere. I wouldn't look at her. She was wrapped in the coat.
So you just agreed? Agreed to move the body? You denied ever seeing Sharon Bilkin.
I never saw her face. He said if I didn't do what he wanted, he'd force me and Gail to leave the estate. And you have no idea how powerful he is. We drove up to the field. He wanted to move further away from the hall, but we got bogged down in the mud. I was back in the car, turning it around.
Get this car valeted tomorrow, Edward. Do you hear me?
What did you do to her?
She won't be missed. Now get back to the hall. Forget everything you've seen, Edward. Do you hear me?
God.
Yes, dear God. As much dear God as I took when you cut your wife down from the rafters. You were both so into that little sex game she ended up hanging herself.
You know, he screwed with my wife until she was so crazed. Fed her drugs. She was so terrified of him, and he made me a part of it all too. Since I was 12, he's tormented me and fucked with my mind.
Sit down, Mr. Wickenham. Sit down.
My father is a sick man, hell-bent on hurting anyone close to him. He destroyed his own daughters. And I know if I hadn't done what he wanted, he would have destroyed me too.
Can you tell us anything about your father's obsession with the Black Dahlia?
It was the fact the killer was never caught. That was his obsession, proving he would never be caught. And he hasn't been, has he?
You will be charged with murder, Mr. Wickenham. And if you have any idea where or who is hiding your father, I would give it up if I were you.
It's just so hard to believe. It's like bloody Houdini.
When this comes to trial, we're going to look like complete arseholes.
Maybe he never left.
Where is he?
He can't have got outside. He had every inch of this place covered. We'd have picked him up.
Nobody saw him. When did the girls return to live here, Mrs. Hedges?
When I heard he'd been arrested, I got in touch with Justine.
But you must also have heard that he disappeared.
I think escaped is the word you're looking for. What are you trying to do? Cover your tracks because you can't find him?
No, it just seems very odd that you came back here and brought your sister.
Because the less time she spent in that shithole of a mental institution, the better.
Then why didn't you take her to your flat?
I have to look after the horses.
And what if your father were to come back?
He's not bloody likely to, is he? You've had the place swarming with police. He's not coming back. He's an intelligent man.
Right, so you know where he is?
No, I don't.
Mrs. Hedges, you were in your bedroom throughout the search, is that correct?
Yes. But when I went to make a cup of tea.
What do you think she did? Hide him under her skirt?
Would you take Detective Travis up to your room, please, Mrs. Hedges? Excuse me.
This is the oldest part of the house, is that right?
Mm.
You said you had savings. Keep your money in here.
No, it's in a savings account. It's a lot. 70,000.
You ever give any money to Mr. Wickham?
No, wouldn't give anything to him. Leave them alone. They're blameless. I'll be here to look after them. And she won't come back.
How can you be so sure?
Because I'll be here to protect them.
How do you mean?
Like I tried to, when they were children.
But you failed. You know what he did to these two girls. You know what...
Travis?
Shit.
What is it?
There's an air vent. Something. Give me a hand. Down here. Some kind of tunnel.
Stinks.
Oh, shepherd's pie. Can you all please stay here in the kitchen?
They found him. He did nothing.
I think the mechanism must have accidentally locked, and that's why he couldn't get out.
Accidentally.
Is this your father, Charles Henry Wickham?
Why is his mouth open like that?
Is this Charles Henry Wickham?
Yes. Yes, that's him, the bastard!
You must have known about the cellar. Maybe not the priest hole.
You don't know. We knew there was a cellar in the chapel. Has this all its obvious?
Don't say he took me.
Oh, no. No. Oh, my dear. You're safe. You're safe. I'm here. I'm here. Oh, here we are.
Mrs. Hedges had to have closed up the air vents.
Yeah, I know.
She must have heard him scrabbling around in there. Sound will probably haunt her for the rest of her life.
They need her, the girls.
I can live with it.
What?
We keep it just between us.
Better get back.